Welcome back to RealVacantLand.com. This is Luke Smith. I got another property for you. This one is in San Diego. I went and took the pictures of this one. That's not usual, but I went out and I got the pictures of this one because it's not too far from my house. There's a San Diego Big View, I'm calling this, house site. And this picture in the background, I took it on my phone. It's out over the area. And we're on top of a mountain, the big flat spot, power line, and road that goes up there. It's all bulldozed out. You could put a nice big fancy house on top of this, or you could put a manufactured home or whatever you want, right? But it's I think it's set up for a big estate kind of house where you look out over the valleys and look out over the area and just take it all in with the privacy of being on basically the top of your own mountain. So let's take a look at this one. Jump into the website, ruralvacantland.com. It's Luke Smith. Phone number's up here, up above me. I've got a realtor on this one, Andy Crane. If you want to go take a tour, he can meet you out there and tour and everything else. And he's really good at financing and coming up with financing for these kinds of properties. And this one's a little over 9 acres, San Diego County. I'm asking $249,977. Andy, the realtor, came up with that price, and he says, "Luke, you like sevens on there, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course I like the sevens. We got our sevens on the end, so you got to roll the lucky sevens, right?" Um, so here's the APN number of the property and cash sale, and we're asking San Diego County, just over 9 acres. So I got a bunch of pictures of this one because I didn't have to pay for them. I was taking them on my own, so I just took a bunch of pictures. And so here's some of the rocks on top of it. We'll keep zooming around. These ones are generated pictures of where we're at. So here's here's a shot. This here is the highway, and that's not the highway. This is the highway, and there's a street that comes off here, and here's the property. Now there's another property for sale that's right here, and if you look that one up, it's a lot bigger. It's like 20 acres. It's like this whole strip next to the highway. And the topography is like, whoa, good luck. It's a lot of topography on that one. And there's a wash going through here to get from the road to the building site on this property. You're going to have to build a bridge or get creative about getting across the wash to get to this. And then the building site that's on that property is, good luck fitting something on there. It's really small. So that one's cheap. This one's cheaper. This is like red flag cheap for the area. But the ones that make sense on top of the hills, like the neighbor, really nice neighbor lady over here talked to when I was out there taking a tour. She's all set up and ready to go over here. She's been working on that one. So those kinds of properties go for a lot more money. This is the property here. There's you can see the driveway comes back around here, and then it comes out, and the housing site is like right here. So let's keep looking at some pictures. And so it's a goofy shape, but it's just following the roads basically. Jaggers in the GPS of it. We're in the Ramona School District. We're not that far from San Diego, downtown San Diego. Here's a view, some bush and rocks looking out over the area. Let's see if I got some pictures of the big flat spot up here. There's my dog. Sometimes you might hear the dog in the background. You can't see her very well. But there's some rocks over here. There's a driveway comes up, and there's this big flat shelf on top. They left a couple rocks. Whoever bulldozed this out left a couple rocks, and the rest of it is just bulldozed off. And you can see the power line there in the background. So this would be behind the property. I think the pictures of the view I had were facing facing that way. And then that way there's a couple hills behind it, but there's nobody looking over your shoulder or looking around. Here's the driveway. Nice driveway up into there. These are the views, off to the I'm not sure which direction this is. I want to say west, but there's some houses on these peaks over here, but you're not up in their business and they're not in your business. Here's the driveway from the main driveway going back to the property. So this would be at the turnoff where it goes from paved to gravel. So the last little part's gravel, and this would be crossing over onto the property. I think it's maybe property corner right there. So it's a dirt road going around the last little bit around that bend. And then this hill over here is where the driveway comes out and goes up a little bit. And then there's a big flat spot on top of that hill where the property is. There's a knoll over here too. There's another hill over here that maybe you could add on, put the granny flat or something else if you wanted. So here's some of the driveway after you get to the building site. There's bush on it. It's like knee deep or something. You could totally walk through there. If you got got a man enough truck, you can just drive over these bushes. These are just little tumbleweed bushes. And here's a view back to the realtor parked at the turnoff, and we drove my truck in. But that's the driveway. That's the neighbor's house I was pointing at from above. So the closest neighbor is a ways off. Like they're not hearing your conversations. You're not hearing theirs. You can kind of see them a long ways off. They've got a water tank. If you can see over the other side of that property, there's a water tank over there. People are putting these water tanks on the properties as part of their fire suppression plans in the area. And they've got, the bushes cut back all around the area for fire suppression as well. And then this would be views, these are the kinds of views that you have out over the area. It's just natural beauty of mountains going off in multiple directions, with some of them built on the tops. So this is the driveway. This is the entrance to the driveway. It's a paved driveway. And there's a gate there. I talked to the neighbor lady, said they used to close the gate years ago, but they haven't closed it in years. So you could totally just go drive right in there and take a look at it. And if you wanted to start closing that gate, you talk to the neighbors, you could start closing that gate if you want to have it gated. That's what it's there for. Keep people out if you want. But the driveway goes up around, and then this hill right over my head here would be the hill where the house would be. There's some different views. There's a part of the flat spot. So it's a flat spot with a chunk of rocks off to one side. So you could have like a shoulder of the hill kind of hiding your house, or cutting some wind off the back corner or something. So you can see some more of this nice big flat area that was created at the top of this hill. Here's the driveway going back there again from a different view. And just looking out, a bunch of random pictures I took of the access and getting in here. I think this is the one of the neighbors. Yeah, so these are all the pictures I took. Okay, back to the website. Go look at those pictures. You can get to look at those pictures by going to the description, and the description of this video will link you back to ruralvacantland.com. So I got Zillow, Redfin, Realtor, Trulia. Click on those. You can see comps for the area. For my studying, I think the comps are in the competition is more like $300,000. I'm asking just under $250. Almost 1,500 foot elevation, San Diego County, Ramona Highlands Road in Ramona, California, and GPS coordinates and GPS, all the surrounding, for the whole circle of the property, and taxes are like $473 a year. And yeah, there's a description of the property. So if you want to build an estate style home in San Diego with views out all over the place, I think this would be a good property for you. Please feel free to go take a look at it. Contact me. I'll hook you up with a realtor. He'll give you a tour if you like. And thank you. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith, ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one. Bye.